payment and you paid for the flight, you know, it takes 60 seconds, even more, and then he says error, you know, synchronized with the server, something like that. Oh God, what has happened now? Okay, so what do? Normally, you go back, you try to refresh, maybe give another credit card details again, because you really need to catch that flight, you want to pay again. So it might happen that you actually paid, you know, twice for the same flight. And they're getting better now, they probably will not allow you to, but it could happen. The reason for that is because it doesn't give you a confirmation saying, you booked it and here are your details. Okay, and it has happened so many times to me personally when, you know, I've done the booking and everything and then suddenly there's no results. But when you go back into your email, you check your inbox, you actually received the flight details, you say, oh, good. But you know, if you don't do that, then that is really, really bad customer experience, okay? And again, it just shows you, well, what happened to my credit card details now? God, you know, that is a bit tricky. Just suddenly, you put up all your credit card details, your address details, and suddenly, bang, everything is just blank, nothing. Again, it's one of those things to be thinking about. Again, you have also to be able to provide the gift cards, voucher codes, of course. But then, if you're providing them, you need to have a system put in place that will check automatically whether those gift cards codes are actually, you know, credible or not. Okay, and that's one of those things to be thinking about for the basket feature. Marketing, well, of course, you know, it's another thing that they do quite well in Asos, okay? And they do mass marketing. To my opinion, it works in some cases, but not all the time. Big billboards might work, but actually it's very expensive, and only big companies can afford that, right? So what we're moving now, we're moving into more personalized type of marketing. I shouldn't be able to hear about things I don't need. And how many newsletters we receive from some of our websites we shop normally about things that are totally not relevant to us at all. And you say, why am I receiving this newsletter? You ask yourself many times, why do I have to look at it? I don't care about it. Right? So it needs to be a personalized, very detailed, customized type of newsletter that you need to receive. Okay? Or a special deal or anything like that. That needs to be personalized to specific customers, not just, you know, sell the whole same newsletter, same deal to everyone. Because I might not be interested into, I don't know, buying jackets, for instance. Maybe I'm only interested to buy shirts from Asos, okay, because they've got a good range of shirts. All right. So you need to be able to have a customized build-up process. Another important thing is, again, you need to make sure that you link that well to availability and promotions of the site. Okay. You need to also allow your customers to track everything that they buy from your site. Again, you need to be able to have a fantastic community in social media out there. And we talked about it in the beginning, Asos does have that. They actually do extremely well with YouTube, they've got their own channel, they've got some quite creative stuff, videos that they create there. They do allow, of course, the users as well to be able to go and create things for them and then upload those videos. And it's really, really important. Again, they use Twitter fantastically well to produce, of course, to disseminate different types of special sales, special deals that they've got. And they've got huge numbers of followers. We talked about it earlier. Okay, so I just took a screenshot in one of the newsletters they do send to me, right? And the reason for that is because I was looking for pants, a few weeks ago, right? And their newsletter is exactly customized to what I was looking for, right? And I was looking for shirts. Again, Their newsletter is fully customized. They're only telling me things I need to know. And that is brilliant. And the reason why is that important is because your conversion rate is very likely to be high. It's very likely that I'll click there and go into their site, and maybe if I like, all the rest of the details about that product, I'll buy it. And that's why lots and lots of newsletters conversion rates and special deals from different websites don't work. Why? Because they offer wrong products to wrong audience. So it's very important to be thinking about that whenever you will be running or managing an e-commerce site, or you might even be looking at marketing channels alone. Okay? Because it's a really important part, and it's becoming even more important now. Another quite interesting feature that they do offer in their site as well, even if you visit for the first time, is something that they call, well, of course, it's a sign-up process, but it's not like usual normal sign-up boxes for newsletters that other sites use, other fashion retail sites use, but actually something quite cool. Women or men. So you put your email and you click women or men, and then you submit that. So from the first moment, they do know what are the products they need to be sending to you. Because lots and lots of companies, they try to get your email, try to get you to sign up to their newsletter, and suddenly you receive, 10 types of dresses that you might want to buy. Well, not really. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is delete that email, of course. Right? So it's really important to use as much as possible, the sign-up process, to realize who are they, who are your customers that are signing up for newsletters and special deals. And they do this by having a very simple 2 buttons, women and men. Right? So you put the email and then you click there. Right? So it's something that is really, really useful to have. Customer service, well, they do provide an excellent customer service, and I must say that also being their customer, as a customer myself, but also analysing their site, because this is what I do, it does really show that, again, you need to realise that keeping customers happy is an important thing to gaining a long-term relationship with them. If you want to succeed, not just online, but offline in real-time businesses, it's essential that you showing to your customers that you're looking for a long-term relationship with them. You're not looking at the one-night stand, right? You're trying to tell them you want to see them again. And that is really important. Because otherwise they think, okay, they're just trying to sell me something and that's it. They don't care about supporting me at all. And this is when you tell them by providing customer support, by looking after them, right? So again, multiply ways of communicating with them, whether that's Facebook, whether that's Twitter, phone call, things like that, okay? And when you look at this, okay, one of the key features that they use is what we call the sliding guided support menu, right? And you just scroll around and then you click and you will see all these frequently asked questions that are really useful indeed. And if you can't find it, then you can still, make a request using one of their request forms, right? But the way how they provide that is really useful. And why this is important? Well, we do know that, phone calls are expensive, right? Sometimes they might be free for us, but it's very expensive for the company. That's why having a call center anywhere you want to have in the world is expensive for a company. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to give you as much information as possible so you don't have to go and make that phone call. Because that phone call is very expensive for the company. Wherever they have a phone call in the world, right? So Asos is really good at doing that because they use social media, they use the guided research, the guided menu. They really give you everything you need to know to reduce the possibility of you making that phone call. Because when you make that phone call, it's not just a cost for the company, it's another thing, and that is customer support. Is it somebody saying, "Hello, how can I help?" Well, you should check the website. Okay, have you checked guided support into this section of the website? I did, but I couldn't find it. It's like a never-ending discussion. Okay? And the last thing you want to do is to be in a phone for 10-15 minutes and not find out the information you need to find. Okay? And so that is the challenge for the companies to provide that support. Innovation. So, innovation when running an e-commerce site, especially fashion, is really, really important. So how you do that? Well, part of business model is offering all these key components. That's what a business model consists of. Customer journeys, shopping experience, reassurance, shipping, delivery, and all of that. That is part of a business model. That is what consists an online business model. Okay? Personalization. How much you're going to allow your customers to personalize what they do. And that's really important. Because we are all different. We've got different, different attitudes, the way we buy, the way we shop, we like different things. We should be treated differently. And unless we receive that treatment, we won't go back to the shop again. Right? So it is quite important to have that. Again, they do provide an iPhone application. They do have an iPhone application, and they do have the mobile website as well. Which really, that shows an opportunity for them to not lose any customer range at all, whether they come via tablet devices or iPhone or smartphone devices, and that is really important. Again, for many times and for many years in the row, but this year as well, they are the top 20 online brands in the UK, and that is provided by Tamar, which they allowed me to use one of their research and graphic profile summary of their data. And again, the winner is again Asos, and as one of the most reliable and best customer support site in the UK. Okay, so what I want you to do, unless you don't have any question, I want you to do this work for your tutorial and then for your assignment at home. I want you to do a comparison, contrast. You compare these three websites, okay? Bitmore.co.uk, Firebox, and Dixons, right? I want you to look at these sites and I want you to compare and contrast these different features: shipping costs, pricing, shopping cart, search, payment, marketing, customer service, innovation, complexity. What do they do about all these different types of features, okay? And I want you to provide these summaries, okay? Write them down, add them to your research files, but I also want you to email those to me as well, okay? So I want your final pieces of work to email those to me and to Richard. Okay? So unless you have any other questions, I'm going to finish it for now. We run for 5 minutes late today, but I will give you a break for your tutorial. Thank you very much indeed.